Good morning, everybody. Don't know if you can hear me very well. Don't know if you can see me very well. It is 5:50, and we are about ready to push up the throttle on 97 Bravo, headed to Cheyenne. Oh, we got 358 nautical miles there, so we'll stop just short of fuel for that, overfly it, and then just race across Wyoming. So wish us luck on a safe travel home today. Thanks to everybody at MAYDAY STOL, Wayne, Nebraska. You guys were wonderful hosts. What a fun event. Real proud to have been a part of it.
Well, the weather forecast showed light winds if I stayed down low, maybe even a little bit of tailwind across western Nebraska, which would be nice because I knew I was going to have to deal with headwinds going across Wyoming. We had a beautiful sunrise here in Nebraska. This was about 1 hour after takeoff.
Well, good morning, everybody, and I do mean a good morning. It is now 6:37. We've been airborne now for about 45 minutes. We're up at 4,500 feet, and we are just to the southeast of, tell you what that vortex is. That is O'Neill. The good news is we have gotten rid of our big headwind component. We had about 20 knots of headwind to 15 to 20 for the first 40 minutes of the flight, and then it was forecasted to start to swing mainly to a crosswind from the right out of the north, and we have seen that develop. Cheyenne is calling clear right now. Rock Springs is calling clear right now. We know there's some weather moving into there from the north and west, but I like our trend right now. We're kind of ahead of the curve, making good progress. Right now we're headed for Kimball, Nebraska, which is out in the far western end of the Panhandle. Stop in for some quick self-service fuel there, and then that should get me all the way to Rock Springs easily. And once I get Rock Springs done, got it made, hopefully. So, and if not, we've got lots of friends along the Front Range in Denver and Colorado Springs area. For some reason, we get up there and we keep watching the weather, and it starts doing something that is unforecast. I don't have to be home, so it makes the decisions to keep going or not a lot easier. So that's where we are. The sun is up behind me, and just enjoying the Nebraska countryside.
Up the middle of Nebraska, we had some ceiling starting to come down. A little bit of showers started to impede some visibility, but we could easily see underneath it. We knew there was a nice clearing line, and it sure was beautiful on the back side of it. Here's the interstate. We're going to follow it all the way through Wyoming. Well, here we are at Kimball, Nebraska. Never been here, so I got to walk in. That's a good sign. Got an airport car available. Doors open. Oh wow, check this place out. Nice. Sleeping couch, TV, coffee maker, waters, cold waters. That's a pretty good deal. Always love looking at the different pictures from these old FBO buildings. Figure out ways and places like, hey, if I'm on the road, I need to spend the night in an office. Where can I do it? All right, so we came out of, there's Columbus, there's Norfolk, there's Wayne. So that's what we've covered so far today. Next stop is we're going out over Rock Springs, only 250 miles. So hopefully the weather's good and we'll continue further along. And weather looks good across Wyoming right now. Winds are fairly low. So let's get booking. Once we get to this point, it should be a nice, easy afternoon of playing up through Idaho.
Western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming has always been home to our intercontinental ballistic missile programs with the U.S. Air Force. Here's an active site out in western Nebraska and another one coming up here. I had several friends that were missileers in the Air Force. In the days of old, we had thousands of nuclear sites, and this abandoned Atlas missile site is really eerie. Growing up, we used to play in an abandoned site over in Moses Lake, but they were a little different than these. Flying over these buildings, looking down, and then doing some research afterwards, it was pretty cool to see how these sites work. These missiles would be stood up vertically and launched, and also had silos. This abandoned weapons storage area is now used as a junkyard and also where the windmill blades were being buried.
Rock Springs, Sweetwater County Airport. Automated weather observation 1735 Zulu. Wind 250 at 15. Peak gusts 20. Visibility 10. Sky condition few 6000. Temperature 14 Celsius. Dew point -03 Celsius. Altimeter 2980. Remarks. Density altitude 8,400.
Well, here we are coming into Rock Springs. Dump check is complete. Coming into runway 27, winds are 250, 15 gusting to 20, so not too bad for Wyoming. Just kind of aim for the middle of the airport out there and limit the taxi. This is definitely one of those airports where you don't go full rich. Keep it leaned out. Rock Springs, Cessna 97 Bravo, right base 27, Rock Springs. Wind circle out to the far side of the runway intersection. Don't see anybody on final. Well, that's good looking dirt right there. Doesn't roll along at those touchdown speeds. That tire off the dirt helped turn that corner against the wind.
This is what my airplane would sound like if I had an Edge Performance tuned Yamaha engine like Steve Henry. Just imagine how this thing would go with 300 horsepower. Woohoo!
I think Dakota's ready to get out. Been two long legs for him. How about, buddy?
Dakota's like, open the door, I want to come in, say hi.
All right, we're on the ground at Rock Springs waiting for the TBM. High density altitude, 8,500 foot DA, so it's going to be a no flap takeoff. We got right quartering headwind of 15 to 20. Not a lot of roll going on there initially. 2,400 on the RPM. Let the tail just come up naturally. Get my tire imbalance working there. And let's go get some airspeed. Low ground effect. There's my 80. That's what she's like, okay, I'll fly for you. Clear the runway at 50 feet, get some lift coming up off this hill. There we go. Now we got full RPM, starting to get some climb. Low horsepower, high DA. You just got to fly with what she'll give you. Don't ask for more because she won't give it to you. It'll just cost you drag and performance. All right, let's get headed. We are 338 miles from Boise. We can do that.
Yes, I still cross-tune VORs to pinpoint my position. Family Ranch, we always drug any dead cows over to the old wash. Well, I think I found where they drug all the dead cows at this ranch in Wyoming. That is a pile of bones. I'm always amazed by the unique geology in Wyoming. This sharp, broken ridge was pretty interesting to see. Time to catch up on the latest, some general aviation news. It's not officially Wyoming until you found that open pit coal mine. I was finally starting to catch up to the weather out along the western Wyoming border, up around Bear Lake with Utah and Idaho.
All right. Well, we are now at the northwest corner of Bear Lake. Basically, we just crossed through the corner of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. And the weather, we had some precipitation. The mountains got obscured. I went from 10.5 down to 8,000. Got myself down to Bear Lake, really thinking I was probably going to have to. I was trying to go direct to Burley, Idaho, and I couldn't. So I turned to the northwest a little more, said, okay, we're going to go for Pocatello. But there's still one more ridge I needed to work my way over to have easy access to Pocatello. So as I came up here to the northwest, I found this nice opening. I could start to see a brighter spot up here. And as we've gotten closer and closer, I can obviously see all the way through it. The good thing is winds aloft are starting to die down. Still going to be a little bit bumpy, I think, back through here. I've got a good 1,000 foot of separation between myself and the highest terrain that I have to pass over. But we're going to make sure that we look for some free lift, make sure we approach our ridges with a good angle and always have an escape. And the nice thing is right now to the right, I've got downhill with good weather off to the right. You can see that. All that is my escape area. And there's the route going through, and I can see now for 25 miles plus. So I know visibility is not going to be an issue. I don't really expect that the winds are going to be an issue either. So it was nice. I thought we were going to have to go do some diverting, but it looks like maybe we're going to get through here okay. So, all right, we'll see you on the other side.
The fuel tank said it was time to drop into Gooding, Idaho and put a more 100 low lead back in them. Nice thing here is the wind right down the runway. Though it was blowing strong, I've also got a crop dusting friend that lives right here next to the airport and has his operation here. So if I had any problems, I know I'd have a place to get some help. He wasn't in town, and it was a quick, easy fuel stop, and we were on our way for the last couple hours to the family ranch. Dakota has already checked out everywhere on all sides of the hangar before I even get out of the airplane. You know it's a little bit windy when you watch on the video here and the airplane rocks continuously the whole time we're on the ground. Well, today was another 12 hours of flying. Overall, pretty easy except for the little bit of weather there on the Utah, Idaho, Wyoming border. But it was a good chance for me to stop at our family homestead ranch in La Grande, Oregon, Happy Valley Ranch. Stop and see family, get a good night's rest, and tune in for part 5 tomorrow because we had some great activities at the ranch. Well, I hope you enjoyed part 4 of going out to Wayne for the stole drags and coming home. Can't wait to bring you part 5 because I spend the day with 3 generations of Counsells. We do some flying, we spend some time up on the mountain just enjoying nature.